I'm testing the audio, just testing the audio. I pray that it works. I am testing the audio. I'll test another one. This isn't what I'm used to using. Just testing the audio. Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a voice coach, and today I am reacting to another Black Friday song. I'm so excited. Y'all warned me in the comments about this next song. I don't know whether to be nervous or excited, but I guess overall I'm excited, even if it's something to be nervous about. Anyway, okay, well let's catch up and see what we have going on. I kind of don't want to because I'm nervous. Let's see. So the last thing we watched was Jingle Jangle. If you haven't seen that one yet, that one was more of a, hey, come dance with me type of video, but make sure to check that out. I cracked myself up. So let's see. This song was such a bop. Okay. And then this is where I realized that it was a show. He was watching a show, something on TV.
What the fuck am I watching?
Careful, Tom. You don't want to rip the stitches. We were in the Cineplex. You were stabbed. I found a first aid kit in the box office. I patched you up as best I could.
What is this?
It's a movie. Santa Claus is going to high school.
Yeah? What's it about?
I don't know. But you'll be all right. The knife missed your vital organs.
I guess it's my lucky day.
Here, let me help you.
There's something funny about you, Mr. Kringle. I want to know how you made ice appear on the gym floor to make those bullies slip and fall into the dumpster.
You know, I haven't been to the Cineplex in years.
I didn't even realize. I was just trying to find someplace safe, and I dragged us to our old seats. It must have been second nature.
No kidding.
Yeah, look, G7 and 8.
Wait, I wonder if it's still here. Yeah! Becky, look! You remember when we carved that?
Yeah, it's a penis.
Hey. When we were kids. Hey. And if I could go back, I would carve something nice.
Yeah, like T&B forever. Tom?
Well, if there's even one Wiggly left, I'm gonna find it.
Tom, no.
You said I would be fine.
Yeah, but...
Becky, please! I'm sorry.
Sing.
It's just, the night Jane died. I was driving. If she'd been driving, she would have seen the other car sliding into the intersection. She would have stopped. That's my fault. That's my fault she's dead. I killed my family.
Remember us in high school? The quarterback and the cheer captain. We were insatiable. When you shipped out, I thought I'd wait for you. Then I met Stanley. At first, he was so cool. He bought us booze and cigarettes. He had a car and his own apartment. We were kind of going together for about 5 months. When I'm at the lake with some friends. I'm flirting with some guy, a little bust. When Stanley's car comes driving onto the beach. And he grabs this poor boy. Just beats the shit out of him. and tells me to get in. After that, I didn't go to any more parties. Stanley was a bad man. People think he left me for some woman in Clivesdale. That's not the truth.
Did she kill him?
Last year, when your wife passed, I was thinking of going to the funeral. Stanley said he'd rather see me dead than hanging around Tom Houston again. And something about that woke something up inside of me. Because when we went our separate ways, it was fine because it was us. But who was he to keep us apart? So that night, I fought back. He chased me out of the house and into the woods. He was the one who brought the knife.
He's dead.
It's funny. Stanley's the one that made me go to nursing school. That's why I knew where his femoral artery was. Not sure if I hit it, but I left him out there. Maybe he crawled somewhere for help. Maybe he died in those woods. You say you killed your family. I hope I killed mine. So, Tom, you've got to forgive yourself. Because if you don't, how's anyone ever gonna forgive me?
Becky Barnes. You look just the same as I always remember. All those Friday nights, under the lights, under the bleachers together. You and I were meant to be something more than a faded memory. Till you and I, something divided us. If the universe is infinite.
There's something about him, Dylan Saunders, that, and they set this up very beautifully, this song up very beautifully. I'm already connected before the song even happened, and I really think that's the magic of Dylan Saunders, because I'm so into the scene that I don't want to stop. However, I'm here to do a job, and that job is to tell you what's going on with the voice and the vocals, right? I'm stopping for a second. Okay, I literally had to pause and take a moment because Dylan Saunders and whoever this girl is, here's her name. I haven't really talked about her much, so here's her name. They did such a good job setting this scene that I am having a really hard time pulling myself out of the moment just to talk to you for a second. I really feel like it's the magic of Dylan Saunders and just how amazing he is and how amazing the acting is. Let's talk about the acting for just a second, the scene that we just saw. I can tell that Dylan is just such an amazing actor. He just puts himself into the scene and just lives that moment. As another actor, while she's doing really great and she did a really good job following, he was the shining star and she was kind of the support. Grief and talking about the things that they're doing, they're kind of cliche words that we hear a lot in a drama. She didn't deliver it as naturally as he did. To be very honest, I cannot deliver grief naturally. I think I would have to almost take like the raw stance and completely remove myself of emotion in order to portray grief. Grief is the hardest thing to portray for a number of reasons. Anyway, coming back to the voice, we have not heard the Becca character sing yet, but Dylan Saunders is producing You and I. He has such an amazing, what I call anchor tone. You and I. He really knows where to place his voice and he keeps it there. Let's see what else is going on here. I'm sorry, I'm so really into this moment. Let's keep moving on. He's doing a great job so far. I'm really into the song. His voice is really great. I'm excited to hear what she sounds like.
And I, something divided us.
You and I, something divided us. He went down into his lower register there. Something divided us. But he kept it bright right in here in order to, I've said that in the last 3 videos, but these songs that Jeff Blim wrote, they go up and they go down and they go up and they go down. They really showcase range, right? Really, Dylan Saunders is doing a really good job of going through all these different parts of his voice register and still producing voice, still being very vocally present.
If the universe is infinite, then it's definite.
Weird notes.
There's an alternate reality where we're now a family. Take me back in time to love you.
Okay, so I just mentioned that he's going a lot through all these different voice registers of his, meaning like he's going from his vocal fry to his chest voice, to his belt, to his power mix, to his head voice. We started losing his voice a little bit on the lower end, actually. And then the take me, I'm going to blame it on the vowels here. He was not as vocally present as he could have been. It needed to be more humphy, if that makes sense. And maybe the scene before that they so beautifully painted caused him to kind of be in this like trance-like type state, like they just did for me, like almost this like hypnotic daze that now when you have to be, it kind of takes away energy. So now he has to be, take me. He needs energy to be more, get some more support and take me back to those days. It wasn't as clean and as vocally present as I would have liked. There's a lot going on here.
Take me back when we were lost, lost in love and lost in breathing without the cost. Take me back in time to high school. Take me back when things were light. Light my heart and light my shadow to make it alright. 'Cause I already lost it once, what I already won.
Okay, already won. Okay, I'm being very picky with Dylan Saunders because I'm so in love with his voice and he does such a beautiful job with technique. His technique is so good that whenever it's out of place, I can hear it. And I'm really sitting here wondering, what is it that disconnected him? And I really think it was the scene before. He sounds beautiful. I don't think anybody else would be able to hear this except for me, who's a vocal coach. He's also right here. There's a person right here. Whenever we are singing, we are subconsciously spatially aware of the space to which we're singing in. So if we're singing to something right here, we might be pulled back because we don't want to be like, bam, in your face. Or
maybe he's like, oh, my breath stinks.
think of that. Think if you have like a ball or something and you're like, okay, I'm going to throw this. You don't want to hit someone's face, right? And I think that we're subconsciously the same when it comes to our voice. If you have a book in front of you, or your voice is going to be kind of trapped. Take me back. Take me back. When you feel like you have room to grow, then you'll let the voice out more. I wonder if that's what's playing on here. Oh, she's singing.
I already lost it once, what I already won.
You don't look the same at all as I remember. The light has left your eyes. Something has changed. Then you were way more put together. But I remember.
Okay, so there's some weird melodies going on that as a vocal coach or a music director, I would have unpuzzle pieced those. It's the melody. It's like the voice trying to kind of make up notes, hit the right notes, but I can tell what they should have been, but they're not right on the mark.
The light has has left your eyes, something has changed. Then you were way more.
When you were way more put together. It wasn't as precise as that. When you were way more put together. The notes that you're uncertain about or you don't feel right when it comes to you learning a song, you need to become like in love with those notes. The ones that feel weird and awkward, you need to unpuzzle piece that out of the song. And when you were way more put together, when you were way more put together, or have some dynamics in there. When you were way more put together, play with the movement and the volume of that piece to make it more interesting, because I can tell that she didn't really like those notes and he didn't really like those notes. Coming back to her voice, I don't know if it's not that I love or hate it. I'm just trying to still figure it out. And maybe whenever I listen to a new voice, I like to listen and try to figure out what their inspirations are, because who you're inspired by really defines your voice, you know? Anyway, let's keep listening.
Put together, but I remember something someone asked me back in school. Tom, if you asked me, I'd still go to prom with you. The universe is infinite.
The universe is infinite. She needs to release there. They're both containing their voice for some reason. The universe is infinite. The universe is infinite. You have to release. The second that you attempt to contain or control your voice is the second that you lose that control.
And it's definite. There's an alternate reality where it's only you and me.
Okay, her vibrato just told me all. I've finally figured out her inspiration. I think she likes musical theater, obviously, but I could tell that she was operatically trained and classically trained. Her vibrato is not everywhere in a bad way. It's just a very big vibrato. So what is vibrato? Vibrato is when our voice literally moves between 1 to 2 notes, typically notes that are right next to each other. For example, C and C sharp. I don't have these notes, but I'm going to give you an example. You can have a bigger vibrato by maybe skipping, not notes right next to each other, but maybe skipping. This is called a whole tone. So you have a semitone, which is like white key to black key, such as C to C sharp. Maybe C to D or C to E. You can move quickly between 2 notes. Do, mi, hoo. But classical singers are hardcore trained. They hardcore train their diaphragms. And so when you have a really strong diaphragm, your voice is going to want to move. It's similar like if you just worked out, you kind of assess your body and you're like, I want to work out more. Or if you're someone who's super flexible and could do the splits, you're going to have that urge and that desire to continue stretching. It's very similar. Our voice is very similar. We got to remember our voice is a tangible thing. So it's muscles and ligaments, and our diaphragm is a muscle. So our muscles, when our muscles crave like exercise, so does your voice. Your voice craves exercise. So with a super well-trained diaphragm, like they do in opera and in classical music, they really train that. The voice is going to want to move more frequently, if that makes sense. Anyway, I can hear some classically trained, so her inspirations, but I hear that she really likes soul too. I just don't know if she's kind of figured that out yet. Their voices aren't clicking yet. I want them to click. Both beautiful voices, both beautiful. Again, I'm being picky because I can.
Take me back into
I want that moment. I want that moment again.
And it's definite. There's an alternate reality where it's only you and me.
She's being very careful. She does have a lot of control over her voice. Reality. She's more focused on getting the voice where it's supposed to go and making that voice register switch happen than dictating. Reality, reality, which is what she's supposed to be doing.
Take me back in time to love you. Hold me closer than before. Feel my heart and mend what's broken to feel you once more.
Without the cost, take me back to high school.
Take me
Take me back in time. Light my heart and light my shadow.
one more night.
One more night.
Okay, these are beautiful and unique harmonies. One voice is overpowering another. Whenever they're doing really good, you can tell they're connected, chemistry and everything. Before it was an awkward scene to portray. So she kind of had this like, I'm putting on a face because I know I'm supposed to, if that makes sense, in the acting stance. But now they're connected. It's easier to act when you have voice. At least it is for me. Like whenever I do better showing emotion and acting whenever I'm actively singing a song. It's just, it's kind of a crutch of mine, and she's very similar, I can tell, whereas he's just an actor and then he sings. He's great at it. He's so good. She has a beautiful voice. I want her voice a little bit because there's some really nice resonating moments, but again, she sounds like she's been classically trained. So when she jumps up there, old habits die really hard. So she's singing a "Take Me Back." She's supposed to be like belty and like soulful, and she's producing some of that in her own way. But I would have loved to, I'm getting kind of two voices. It's not very cohesive. I would love to carry up that lower resonance up a little higher to add a little bit more grit and not let the voice kind of float away and do its own thing, if that makes sense. That's why we're getting vibrato, because she's kind of letting the voice do its own thing at the very top. Oh, the harmonies. Dylan's voice is overpowering hers a little bit. They're not kind of blending well together, but they're really cool. Let's listen to that again.
Take me back in time. Light my heart and light my shadow.
One more night.
Lay my heart and lay my shadow. Let me hear her notes again.
One more night. Take me back in time. Light my heart and light my shadow.
That's a really weird. Lay my heart and lay my shadow. Very weird harmonies, but it's interesting. I'm still hooked.
One more night.
One more night, 'cause I already lost in one.
Unison, same note.
What I already want.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Jeff, for giving me that. So they went unison, and like he came up, it was high for him and it was low for her. So they met right in the middle, and then they just like split. And I've noticed that about Jeff. I noticed that a lot. He brings it all together, and then he has one final harmony. And I really love that about him. So let's listen again. Unison, and then it splits, and I think he goes, it's really pretty.
One more night, 'cause I already lost in ones.
Once.
What I already want. I've lost too much now to care.
They weren't quite there in harmonies.
But I know that something's still there. I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
I'll never.
Those are really high, and she's really pronouncing them really well, and she's power mixing them. That's really good. My only thing here that has me hesitant on this entire performance is blending together. They're two beautifully skilled voices, not blending well. Sometimes they have really beautiful moments, like I just said, the unison into the split.
'Cause I already lost in ones. What I already want.
The reason why they were unison is because they were literally singing the exact same note, not octaves apart where one sings lower and one sings higher. They met right in the middle, and then they were able to kind of connect together and then have this really epic chord afterwards. They're doing really impressive things. That's what's hard about this, is that it sounds like I'm just kind of beating up on this song, and it's a really beautiful song, really beautiful moment. They really set it up nicely. I would have just, as the music director, I would have pulled them and I would have been like, let's beat down these harmonies. They're very intricate notes. Let's beat them down and make them more blended.
Let you go now. Something's still there. I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
wow, that's really impressive. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. She's worked that. That's something that she's done over and over. I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go now. Just take me back, gotta take me back. Just take me back, gotta take me back. Just take me back, gotta take me back. Just take me back, gotta take me back in time. Just take me back, gotta take me back in time. Just take me back, gotta take me back in time to love you. Hold me closer than before. Heal my heart and mend what's broken.
To feel you once more.
Feel you once more.
Okay, so before she even does that, I think she's gonna go back up because she's to feel you once more. You hear how that's brighter? Instead of going to feel you once more, to feel you once more. I think that she's prepping for a big high finish. So she's keeping her tone very bright, even though she's singing kind of down lower.
Take me back to high school. Take me back in time. Light my heart and light my shadow.
To make it alright.
Make it alright.
Tell me something only Santa would know. Tell me what I asked for Christmas when I was 7 years old.
Noelle, I can't.
I knew it. I knew you weren't Santa.
A red tricycle. This is the best movie ever!
Paranormal.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay, I loved that. I loved it. I really did. I really truly did. That was just really funny. I just would have loved to hear more blending and more work in the middle. Really great start, really great solo work, sounded great separately. I just would have loved to hear more blending from both of them. Duetting together with someone, you have to be really connected with someone. My favorite duo, like male-female duo group, is the Civil Wars.
People always told me, be careful what you do. No go around breaking young girls' hearts. And Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. The lie becomes a truth.
They're no longer together, but you should check them out live. They're so good. They're so in sync. They're constantly looking at each other. I do love that this scene there, that Becky and Tom are constantly looking at each other and seeing eye to eye, because it really keeps them together. A lot of their vowels were the same. The only thing is tone. Tone matters too. You don't want to like overpower. And it might have been that Tom, and it's not Tom, it's Dylan Saunders, but it might have been higher in Dylan Saunders' range to where he felt like he had to belt a lot of those notes. And then Becky, this is the actress, Becky was having to move up and down in her voice register while he was just kind of belting at the top. So, I would have loved to work on that more. In fact, I would love to work with a male and female this song. I would love to be able to play with this song. Beautiful. I love, thank you, Jeff Blend, for another awesome song. But, anyway, well, I'm so happy that you came here to sing with me again. I hope to sing with you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do it. And I'll sing with you soon. Bye.